friends, thanks for joining me. Cole here. And if you wouldn't mind, if you enjoy these videos, would you take a moment to hit subscribe and like if you haven't? It helps bring these videos up in the algorithm so that they reach more people. It's a way to spread the yoga medicine. So appreciate that. And I was having a memory today of Thailand. Oh, I miss Thailand. I'm starting to begin to look at some future retreats there, which is very exciting. But one of my tuk-tuk drivers came to mind, and something that he used to say, he loved to say, was that if you're okay, I'm okay. If you're not okay, I'm still okay. And then he'd hysterically laugh, this big, beautiful smile. So listen to that again. If you're okay, then I'm okay. If you're not okay, I'm still okay. And I think it's really just so profound. A couple different thoughts around that is, there's so many things outside of us that we measure our ability to be at ease on. So our ability to be at ease and to be at peace often is not just us in the present moment. It is due to the way that our boss acted, the way that our children are acting, the way that our partner is, the number that's on the scale, the amount that's in our wallet, the achievements that we have. There's all of these things that are outside of us that measure our ability to be content, to be at ease. Santosha is what they call it in yoga speak. Santosha, contentment. And it doesn't mean that we're happy necessarily. It doesn't mean that things are always good. It just means that we have an inner sense of stability regardless of the ups and downs of life. Because there are always fluctuations in life, completely out of our control. So can we cultivate an inner sense of okayness, an inner stability, an internal refuge, place of safety inside, so that we can meet life in the present moment with whatever's going on? The side note to this is that when we don't meet life as it is, with its challenges and its fluctuations, then we have a tendency to run. There's lots of ways we run. We have a tendency to numb, which is another form of running. This is where all of our habituations live, our conditionings, our addictions, our inability to be okay with what is going on. And it's not something that some of us have and some of us don't have. It's something that has to be cultivated. And I really think that our yoga practice helps us do that. It allows us to practice being in the present moment, being with what is, showing up on our mat with a tired body, with an energized body, with a tight body, with an open body, with some days a heavier body, some days a lighter body, days when we're upset, days when we're joyful. And we really practice in this space here. There's a quote by Rolf Gate that's something about that we practice in the good times so that when challenge comes, we're more efficient. So it might seem rather easy sometimes to say that we're doing the work or we're practicing on our mat, but really we're building the patterns, and these patterns are what create our future, the way that we perceive and that we meet our future. So there really is so much that's happening here on our mat. So I just hope that you honor yourself for showing up. And let's move our body. Let's move our body. First, let's breathe. Close your eyes down. And just observe the breath in the body, rising and falling. 2 more like that. Can you trace the breath in and out? And an invitation for reflection. Maybe there's something that comes up right away. Maybe later you can journal with this and have some more nuanced things come up. But is there something that comes up right away? It's like, what is your okayness? What is your inner peace? What kind of scale is it hovering on? On what factors do you measure your ease, your contentment? And where's the challenge there? And what would it look like? What would it feel like if your ease wasn't contingent on this thing, person, number? Just take a couple breaths into what that could possibly feel like to be free of needing to measure up against something. One more inhale. Exhale out the mouth. Maybe a little shake. And let's begin to move the body. And I really invite you to be present, to notice the sensations in the body, to stay with your breath. When you notice that you're off in thought, come back. And we're practicing presence, practicing coming back and meeting what is. Yeah? Let's start in child's pose. You can have the arms behind. You can have them in front of you. So I'll offer an option here. If you'd like to take blocks out in front, you can take blocks out in front. This will lift the arm bones up a little bit. You can even come onto the tenth of fingers on top. Maybe open the knees here so that the chest can fall down in between the knees, the chest, the heart. You have a bit more space. Just an option here. Begin to take the chin to the chest, around the upper back, so the space in between the shoulder blades. You can claw your hands around the block or into the mat and pull yourself forward, but with a lot of resistance. So leading with the back of the heart. Roll the shoulders back as the heart center comes forward. And then chest comes down. Lead with the chest. If you have the blocks, the chest will come down in between the blocks, or it can just touch the floor. And then we're going to slither the belly forward. Slither the belly onto the mat as the heart center moves forward. Shoulders roll back. Press the pubic bone, tops of the feet into the ground. And then tuck the toes. Press into the blocks or the mat. Shift the hips back. Child's pose. This time an active child's pose so that the toes are tucked underneath, the feet are flexed. Let's do this again. So tint the fingers down. Tuck the chin to the chest, begin to round the back. We're going to roll up, leading with the back of the heart, slowly rolling up. And then hands plant into the blocks or to the mat. Bend the elbows as the heart center comes forward, back arches, heart opens. Exhale, chest comes down to the ground. Untuck the toes, belly comes down, heart rolls forward. High or low cobra. Pubic bone presses down. Really feel the engagement in the back of the body. Notice any sensation. Be sure that the breath is still flowing. And then tuck the toes again. Press back, maybe through the knees. Downward facing dog. The hands can be on the blocks or just on the mat. Either way. If you'd like to explore, have a new experience with the blocks, they can be really nice and just switch the practice up. Downward facing dog. If you have the blocks, I kind of grab around a little bit so that my fingers have really large hands though. Kind of grip the sides of the blocks. The knees can be as bent as you'd like. Press the belly back towards the thighs. And then just to activate the legs, energetically pull the feet away from one another. You'll feel that, you may feel that in the outer hips and the glutes. So that changes things quite a bit. Inhale, wave forward, chin to chest, roll the back of the heart forward. And then exhale. You can come into chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, ashtangasana. This is my favorite. So the booty's up like a little inchworm, like we've already done. Belly pulls in. Untuck the toes. Belly slides down. High-low cobra. You can also push all the way up into upward facing dog here, where just the hands, tops of the toes are touching. And then tuck the left foot under. Push back, tripod down dog on the right side. So we're pushing right up into tripod. Exhale, knee to nose. Push the ground away. Inhale, tripod down dog. The blocks give so much more space here. So we're gonna step through. Exhale, knee to nose, press away, and then step the right foot forward into a runner's lunge, a low lunge. Roll the shoulders back. Heart center pulls forward. Listen up. Exhale, we're gonna pull the left knee, place the knee next to the right knee, and it's like this little stork pose. So it's a forward fold. The knees are touching, the left foot is up. Begin to gaze forward, sink the hips back. We're coming up into one leg mountain. So you can roll up, knee comes up halfway, one leg mountain. Exhale, right hand to the outside of the left knee, taking a twist. Press the knee into the hand back into the knee, outer leg. So you have some, gives you some power there. Now we're gonna step off, release the twist. Left foot steps off the right side of the mat. Foot fully plants. Right hand grabs left wrist, big side stretch. Find some buoyancy here. You can swirl the upper body. And then exhale, curtsy pose. Bend both knees, swing the arms back. And then plant the hands on the block. Step back with the left foot, big step. And then tripod down dog, all the way up and back, tripod down dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. You can stay right here, or take the left heel towards the left as you flip your dog. So listen to your body. This is a pretty early flip dog or wild thing. So listen in, keep breathing, and downward facing dog. Inhale, wave forward, plank pose. Exhale, your choice, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, come down. Wherever you are, heart center pulls forward, high-low cobra, or upward facing dog. And exhale, begin to push back, tripod down dog with the left leg up. So go straight into it. Exhale, knee to nose, press the ground away, find space, because we're going to utilize it next time. Inhale, up and back. And exhale, step all the way through. Low lunge. Heart center comes forward on an inhale. And then exhale, stork pose. So knees connect, forward fold. The right foot is up into the air. Really hang down. I'm getting lots of opening in the back of the left leg. So wherever you feel it, breathe big into sensation. Begin to gaze forward, bend the standing leg. Round the back helps me as I come up. It helps my balance. Round the back. Begin to lift up, right knee follows. One leg mountain. On an exhale, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Outside of the right knee pushes into the left hand. That connection allows you to twist. Maybe the gaze follows the right hand, or maybe not. Back to center. Inhale, arms lift. The right leg sweeps around. Behind the left foot, plants down. Left hand grabs right wrist. Bend the knees. Find some sway here. Kind of play with putting the weight in one foot and then the other. And then exhale, curtsy pose. Wave it back. Pull back on the left hip crease. Let this feel good. Heart center reaches forward as the hips reach back. Such a juicy stretch. Hands to blocks or to the mat, big step back with the right foot. And then pull the left heel up to the glute, tripod down dog, all the way up and back. Bend the knee, open the hip, staying right here, or wild thing. Open the heart wherever you are. Getting a good side body stretch here. Any variation of this as well. Always add artistic liberty. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose and step through in between the hands. Lengthen the front leg into a long pyramid pose. This is a great place for the blocks. You can even turn them up on their higher side if you'd like. So options, you can have them down by the heel, or sometimes I like to reach them forward so I have a lot of length. So your choice. But wherever you are, inhale, lengthen halfway up. Pull the heart center forward. Squeeze the inner thighs together and plant through both heels. Really press down through both heels. Exhale, fold forward. Once more with breath. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, pour forward. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. All right, the weight is gonna go into the left block, left hand, left block, right hand to the hip. So left hand's on the floor or a block. Bend the right, standing the right leg, and we're gonna push up into the right leg as the left leg lifts. So I just move my block forward. You might want to do that, or your hand. You can take the right hand to the sacrum so you can kind of feel where you are in space. Engage the belly. So let this engage the whole core. Maybe gaze goes up, maybe right hand goes up, maybe not. Another option, you can grab the right foot and take a quad stretch here. Listen, left knee is going to come down on the outside of the right ankle. Take a seat. Twist towards the right. Pull the thigh into the chest. Hug the thigh in. Gaze over the right shoulder. Steady breath. Heart center pulls forward. Begin to gaze to the left. Arm sweep up and over. Counter pose. Top of the head can drop down. And slowly come up. All right, listen up. We're going to take a kind of a powerful transition here. Right hand can find the block or the floor. You can push the hips up. Right hand finds the block or the floor. And then we open up to half moon. So we just did revolved half moon. Now we open up to half moon. Stacking the hips. Engaging both feet. Pressing through both feet, even though one of them is up in the air. Engaging the core as well. The front part of the core. Beautiful. Bend the standing leg. We're going to step back. As the foot plants, come all the way up and back, reverse warrior. Maybe even pick up that front heel to sink the hips a little bit lower. And exhale, windmill the hands down. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa if you'd like. Or just take a hip wiggle. Or maybe you wave forward and wave back. Always your choice here. Inhale, the left leg lifts. Exhale, step through in between the hands. Inhale, gaze forward. And exhale, begin to lengthen the front leg, pyramid pose. So it might not be the same on each side. Do look at your feet and make sure they're kind of on train tracks here. You can press more into the front foot, more into the back foot, and notice how that has control of the hips. So you can find that sweet center spot. And we move a couple times with breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Roll the shoulders back as the heart center moves forward. Engage the inner thighs. Exhale, fold. Once more. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Begin to bend the front leg. Move the right hand up on the block or not. Left hand to the left hip crease. We're coming into revolved half moon. Lift the right leg up. Pull the belly to the spine. You can take the left hand to the sacrum if you'd like. You can also begin to continue to revolve. Maybe the hand comes up. Be sure that you're breathing. If you're not breathing, then come out a bit. That's the way that we're gauging the okayness in the pose. Are you breathing? Is it fluid? Are you present? Are you breathing? All right, you can gaze down at the left foot. The right knee is going to come on the outside of the left heel. Come all the way down. Hug the right knee in to the chest. Plant the left hand behind. Enjoying the seated twist. This is Ardha Matsyendrasana. It means Lord, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Slowly release. Arms come up over towards the right. Drop the crown of the head towards the ground. Just let the head be heavy. Counter twist. Oh, I love that. And then come up. We're going to open up into Ardha Chandrasana with a big pounce into the left foot. So come forward, shift the weight. Left hand finds the block, press down into the left foot, and then open the right leg up. Woo. Stack the hips, press evenly through both feet. Gaze at something that's not moving. Beautiful. See if you can engage the front of the body as well. Think about moving the belly towards the spine. Slowly bend the standing leg. The back toes are going to reach for the back of the mat. Come all the way up and back, reverse warrior. The front heel can come up to get a little bit deeper in the hips. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Downward facing dog. Vinyasa or no vinyasa, your choice. And bring the knees down. Coming into a seat here. Inhale, the arms up. Shift the hips, lift them up, shift them over towards the left side. We're gonna get into a big side body stretch here. This is one of my faves. If you haven't done it with me yet, it's a good one. So left sit bone is planted into the earth. Big side body, really pressing the left side body over towards the left as you reach the fingertips towards the right. For a bit of nuance here, pull the bottom shoulder forward as you spiral the heart open. Now bring the right hand down. Walk the fingertips out and see if you can get a little bit deeper here. Maybe even relax that top arm. And slowly come out. Extend the right leg out as the left heel comes in towards the groin. Just gonna fold forward here. So this will look different for all of us. It'll look different for you on different days as well. So just see what feels good, maybe to the elbows. This can be another great place for the block. 1 or 2, maybe the forehead finds the block. And steady breath. One more in. And one more out. Beautiful. Twist towards the left. Plant the left hand down. Press down, lift up, stargazer. And exhale, release. We're just going to come back to seated, hips to heels. So gather yourself up. And we'll do this on the other side. Inhale, lift up, lift the hips, shift them over towards the right side. So we'll take a few rounds of breath like this, pushing side body towards the right as the hands reach towards the left. Steady breath. Being okay here, being steady, being present, even when it gets a bit challenging. Pull left armpit forward just slightly to rotate the heart towards the sky. And then maybe bringing left fingertips to find the ground. And accentuating the side body, the lateral stretch. Maybe releasing the top arm. Slowly coming up. Extend the left leg out, right heel towards the groin. Again, folding forward. Steady breath. Maybe beginning to come back to that reflection of what is my ease contingent on? And is it contingent on things outside of me that I can't control? Because that sounds like an uneven playing field. So once we have awareness of that, it's important. And we can begin to navigate and maneuver from there. And what about on your yoga mat? Are there certain contingencies in your practice that make you think that it was good or that it was bad? When you can do this or you can't do that, or the degree of flexibility on a given day. There's like all of these contingencies that we set ourselves up against. And begin to come up, but can we find that inner stability that doesn't really waver side to side? Shift towards the right, plant the right hand down, stargazer, press down to lift up. Left arm reaches this last big opening here. And come down, cross the legs. Maybe pop, if you have a block, pop one of those blocks right under sit bones. Hands to the knees, spiral it out. Both sides. Let's take a mudra. Let's take the hands together, as in you're in prayer pose, and then tuck the little thumbs in. This is the inner self, mudra of the inner self. This is having this safe refuge internal. It's really powerful, powerful mudra. You can take it to your heart center. Sometimes it feels nice to kind of tuck it under the chin and bow the head down. So see what feels good to you. Mudras are symbolic hand gestures to help to bring awareness and intention to our practice. Help to solidify and embody aspirations and intentions. So a few rounds of breath. How welcoming is your inner refuge? How is it in there? And do you have an internal sense of ease? Somewhere where you can place some more energy to cultivate. I feel like we all have space to always tidy that place up inside of us. Or maybe sometimes a full redecorate is in order, but the awareness is key. Observation, awareness, and welcoming. Just place both of your hands on your heart, maybe one on top of the other. Thank yourself for showing up for you. Feel your heartbeat. Thank you for letting me be part of your practice. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Head over to coldchanceyoga.com if you want to see what I've got going on. And otherwise, I'll see you on your mat next time. Be well. Ciao.